My name is Horror Mad RJH, and welcome back to my channel. um, Today, I just want to talk about some horror films that some people may know or might know. Well, might not know. But yeah, I'm going to start off with a new release. I think all these horror films I'm about to mention should be in your collection. We start off with one. This is quite a new one. This one's called Heart Eyes. Absolutely brilliant film. I wasn't too sure at first because it seemed to be like a good slasher bit at the beginning, and then it started turning into sort of love story, and then all the killings happened again. But yeah, I would recommend Heart Eyes. I would recommend watching that with your partner. I think you both enjoy that. Right, my next film is Dario Argento. Quite sure lots of people know about Tenebrae. One of his best. It's about an author that's writing the books, and basically everything he's writing in the books, people start getting killed off the same way as he is writing in his books, basically. Won't tell you who the killer's at, but lots of blood. I wouldn't say gore, but there's a great big good scene right at the end of the climax. Recommended, should be in everyone's collection. The next one is Dario Argento again, but he did not direct it. It was actually someone who he was like helping him out in the films and all the rest of it. But basically, Dario Argento gave him a little script, and he basically done what he wanted with that. And that one is Demons. Absolutely fantastic film. Very badly dubbed, like most Italian films anyway that I'll talk about here. But fantastic film from start to finish. I really enjoyed this one. If you haven't seen it, please hunt it down, give it a good watch. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Right, next one is another Dario Argento film, and it's my most favourite one. It's like he does sort of a same thing in all of his films. This one's a little bit different, and that is Venoman. If I'm saying that right, I'm probably not. But this is a great film. It's got the star from She Was in Labyrinth with David Bowie. Yeah, I can't really find out. I can't see it on there. I haven't got my glasses. But this film, fantastic. If you're going to watch any Dario Argento films, watch Demons, I would recommend, because you'll have lots of fun with that one. Then watch this one. Must have. Right, the next one, most people know about this one, but not a lot of people know the next one. Well, they know the original, but the remake I think was better than the original. You got The Thing, yeah, by John Carpenter. Fantastic film. The only thing that I didn't like about this film is when it ends in the cliffhanger. But great special effects, practical effects, absolutely must watch. One of his best, fantastic. But the next one is The Blob. This one's a German version of The Blob, and this is the 1980s Blob. This one, compared to the original, fantastic. Original was good, but this one, fantastic. It's if you like the stuff, you absolutely love this one. Same with me. I saw this one first before I saw the stuff, and to tell you the truth, I thought the stuff was okay, nothing to write home about, but this one, absolutely fantastic. Brilliance of special effects, definitely worth having in your collection, and that's The Blob. Right, my next one, I actually introduced this film to my second youngest boy the other day. It's the right age, he just turned like 15. I was like, you've never seen horror, you know I watch a lot of horror, so let's watch this film. And he actually loved this film, and that is The Faculty. I would say this is one of the best teen film that I would recommend. I believe they have brought out a Blu-ray or 4K. Of course I haven't had it. I actually picked this one up in the thrift store, or as we say, charity shop over here. And they charged me 20p for it. I looked at the disc, this looked like never been played. Absolute fantastic film. It's basically about aliens taking over teachers in the school, and certain kids start to realise and notice that something's going wrong. But the aliens are basically taking over this little town. So yeah, want to find out what happens? You want to get this. You probably pick it up in charity shop, very cheap, like I did. Right, next film. Not a lot of people know about this one. I thought this film was a fantastic film. It was low budget. There is a bit over top acting in it, but the special effects and the creature in it looks really good, and that is the Runestone. And as you can see, this guy here, yeah, you do recognise him. He was from Die Hard, and he was pretty good in Die Hard. He was one of the ones, like first ones to die. But in this, fantastic. Basically, this guy here is in a sort of parallel dimension, and his job is he fixes clocks. One day, all the all the clocks stop, and that's when he knows the prophecy has happened. Basically, a bunch of people digged up a hole, found this Runestone, someone touched it, and of course that released the beast. Fantastic film, definitely worth watching. Well, next one, everyone will probably know this because it's got Bruce Campbell in it. And no, it's not Evil Dead, even though I would say Evil Dead's a fantastic film. But I'm trying to pick out some of the films that people might not know about, or own. And I think this one most people know about. But if you're a younger generation and weren't brought up in the 80s, this one's a definitely worth a watch. And that is Maniac Cop. I got this the other day. I actually picked it up pretty cheap. And this is a 4K and it's actually got Maniac Cop 1 and 2. Let me turn this round for you. There we go. And the good thing about this one, there's a lot of twists, like a lot of twists and turns. And Bruce Campbell's in the first one. He's also in the second one. You also got the detective from Creeps. I'm so sorry, I can't remember the name. I'm terrible with names. And he plays detective in this as well. So yeah, this one very good. It's about a copper. Basically, he goes to prison. A bunch of people that he put in prison basically kills him for putting him in there, so he must have done something wrong to get put in prison. But if he died or not, because it seems like he comes back for revenge. So yeah, when you think someone you could trust is an actual policeman or a copper, turns out you can't in this film. So yeah, definitely worth watching. And that was Maniac Cop. Right, next film. Most people know about zombies, and this one is one of my favourite zombie films, if you could call it a zombie film, and that is Reanimator. This is the new 4K edition I actually got from, as you can see there, HMV when it first came out. Still ain't undone it because I got it on Blu-ray. I love this box, I love the artwork on it. I'm going to try and keep this sealed, but I am really tempted. The Blu-ray version of this is great. You don't need to upgrade, only if you're a maniac like me. Of course there's going to be a better picture, but this film, fantastic, definitely worth having in your collection, even if it's on DVD. And I'm quite sure most people know about this. There's like 3 parts, and this is the first part. I prefer the first part. I actually like the third part more than Bride of the Reanimator, because that one seems to be like a Frankenstein film. But yeah, basically this guy, he's developed his green stuff. He's trying to figure out how long you have to be dead that you can't come back to life, and this serum brings you back to life basically. And he's trying to like fit in the missing link, as we say. He's trying to find the cure of living forever, but of course it goes wrong. Definitely worth watching. Right, next film. And if you ain't seen this one is fantastic. This is a good banner. This is from 101 Films, but Full Moon is the actual guys that done this film, and I believe it's Stuart Gordon. He's the director of it, and that is Castle Freak. This is a fantastic film. I mean, let's have a look at the inside. I'll show you the other cover, because this one's got the other cover as well, and that's the other cover. Yeah, so this one's a creature feature again. It's basically a family that inherits a castle because the lady that died is basically the dad in this film. He's the next king because the son died years and years ago, back when he was born. That's all I'm going to say on that one. But to find out the plot, even though I can't explain the plot, definitely worth watching. Very good special effects by Stuart Gordon. One of the best full moon movies, and that is Castle Freak. Right. Next one. I've never seen this film before until I purchased it. I heard that it's a good film. Never thought it'd be anything that special. Picked it up very cheap. The guy that I picked it up from, he turned around and said, if you've never seen it, you gotta watch it. It is one of them films that will change your mind in horror and bring horror back to life for you. And he was kind of right. This one is called Hell Night. Very old film from the 80s. It's got the lady there. What was the drawing? Let's have a look, see. This one comes with the booklet. But basically, Hell Night, try and find a decent picture of her. Try. There we go. That's the girl from The Exorcist. That's one of the reasons why I bought it, because I'm like, I never heard of her like in any other film. So I got this. It's about a bunch of people going to college. They're trying to get into a like house thing to get represented and all the rest of it. So they have to spend the night at this house where the father killed his 3 children, his wife, and then hanged himself. So yeah, not giving too much of a plot. Hell Night, definitely worth watching. I think it should be in everyone's collection because it changed my mind in horror, because I thought I saw everything, and she just made this film happen, and she was brilliant in this. Right, next film. We're going from one of my most favourites, and it's done by Jennifer Aniston in it, in the first film anyway, and it had Warwick Davis in it, and that is Leprechaun. Leprechaun is fantastic. This one has got Leprechaun 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the Origin. The Origin one is the worst one, I think. One of the best ones in this has got to be the third one. The first one's one of my favourites. The third one's probably my second. But I also like Leprechaun Back in the Hood. My favourite line that he says in that is when he's in the toilet with the guy smoking weed, and he turned around and said, "A friend with weed is a friend indeed, but a friend with gold is the best I've been told." That's my most favourite line. I'm hoping one day go to a Comic-Con or a horror convention and Warwick Davis is there. I'm going to get him to write that right on this. Absolutely fantastic. Leprechauns, if you've never seen it. Now, Leprechaun was quite popular. This other one was done by the same director who done Leprechaun. When they went to do Leprechaun 2, he did come back because he was doing his other project, but they wanted to change lots of stuff. He didn't like the way and the stuff that they wanted to add in and all this bit, so he basically went off and done his own film, and that one is Rumpelstiltskin. Absolutely fantastic film. The only thing I will say with this is a deluxe edition. This is one of the best editions that you can get of this film. And as you can see, I was very excited with my first video unboxing this. I will have a little bit of disappointment. The 4K is okay. It's not great. It's not, oh my god, the picture's so fantastic, the audio's brilliant. It seems like it's hard to explain. When I was watching the 4K of it, it was more like a sort of dreamy like feel. But brilliant film. Would highly recommend it. But I will say this, very expensive. If you're looking for the Blu-ray of this, you're talking about 50 to 60, maybe even more now. Since this come out, I was hoping it might drop down in price so I could get the Blu-ray version of this as well, even though this comes with the Blu-ray. But I just wanted both, because this is the new artwork, even though when you undo the slit and pull out the 4K, it's got the original artwork. But yeah, one of my favourites. But I have to say, I prefer Leprechaun, but this was still brilliant and worth having in your collection. Now, more creature features. The next film, I tell people about it, but no one comes back to me and goes, "Yeah, I've seen that." They're like, "I've never heard of it." And that is H.P. Lovecraft's Unnameable. As you can see, right on the front cover, That's the special effects of it. On the back, this one's got 1 and 2. Highly recommend getting this one on DVD. They have done it on Blu-ray in Germany, but they've only done the first one. You're better off getting the DVD. You've got the first and the second one. Fantastic film. Definitely worth watching. Next creature feature, I'm quite sure everyone knows about this one. This one's Pumpkinhead. One of the best. Still fantastic today. Highly recommend getting it in your collection. Now, this one is Rawhead Rex. I really enjoyed this film. There were some parts where it was a bit boring, but this film, there's some weird fucked up shit in this shit. If you ever want to see a monster piss on the priest, watch this film. It's called Rawhead Rex. For that alone, it's worth having in your collection. Right, we'll go on films that everyone should have in their collection. I'm quite sure you already have in your collection, and that is John Carpenter's Halloween. Can't really say much about this. It was just a fantastic film. When it came out in cinemas, everyone was screaming. Even his wife didn't even know what he was about to see. So yeah, Halloween, one of the best. Next one, I'm quite sure everyone knows about this as well. This is like Leprechaun is one of my most favourites. This one is my favourite, and that is Friday the 13th. Of course, over here we're slowly getting them in 4K. I got them, but this one here is the 8 movie collection on Blu-ray. Worth having. And one question I've got to ask for you: what's your favourite Friday the 13th? See, mine, yeah, it goes back to forward. Mine is probably part 2 or final chapter. That's the 4th one. But I still respect the first one. First Friday 13th. That was brilliant. That was good. Special effects wise, probably part 4. The next one, everyone's got this, or they should have. Nightmare on Elm Street. Can't really say no more than that, really, innit? I mean, if you've got Halloween and you've got Friday 13th, you've got to have Nightmare on Elm Street as well. Best one of this is probably Dream Warriors. That's my most favourite one. It was fun, great special effects, worth having in your collection. Now, we're going on to some vampire films. This one, seems like everyone loves this film. I like it. I don't love it. I think it's a pretty good film. And yeah, I can see why people love it. And that is The Lost Boys. Definitely worth having in your collection, no matter what. But what gets overseen? The vampire film I really like, I actually prefer more than Lost Boys. and that is Vamp. It's basically sort of same sort of thing as Hell Night. Two guys want to get into this house so they don't have to stay in this dorm where everyone's crazy and being nutty. They just want their own room in this house, get all the girls, have a party, fantastic. But before they could get into this house and become a member, they got to go find a stripper. So they drive off to find a stripper. Little that they know, the place that they were going to, all the strippers are vampires. Definitely worth watching. A little bit like Dusk to Dawn, but not so much. That's more like fun. This one is more storyline. Definitely worth checking out. Vamp. Now another vampire film, and it's a full moon, and that is Subspecies. Over here we've only got 1, 2 and 3 in Blu-ray, and I've got them all. Apparently the full film of this over in America, they got it on Blu-ray, but it's terrible. I will say this though, this version, the old 88 full moons, fantastic, worth watching. If you haven't seen it, I believe they're playing it on Prime at the moment. I believe they're playing all of them on Prime. There's like 4 films of Subspecies, and then they've done a sort of spin-off. But out of all of them, Subspecies 1, 2, absolute fantastic. 3, good. 4, alright. The spin-off, yeah, it was alright. It was like its own film. It's basically nothing to do with Subspecies, but it kind of is, because some of the characters that you meet in Subspecies are in. That's the only difference. But yeah, Subspecies, brilliant film. Probably the better vampire film that I've got in this list. Right, the next film is like a cabin in the woods sort of thing, a bit like Friday 13th. Lots of people like Friday 13th. This film was just as good. Great killing scene, and that's The Burning. It's all about these kids that basically hated this janitor that was bit of a bastard, but we don't really see that. But they accidentally set him on fire, so he comes back and gets revenge. Worth watching, good scene in it. Definitely the boat scene. It's probably where all the money went, but quite good practical effects as well. Definitely worth watching. The Burning. Quite a lot of people know about this, like Patrol horror collectors know about this, and like the other one, what's called The Edge of the Axe. I've got that somewhere, but it ain't on this list tonight because I prefer The Burning to The Edge of the Axe. But if you ain't seen it, it's worth watching. Another film, and that is Madman. The actress that done Sleepaway Camps, this is her most favourite film. That's what made me buy it, because I'm a big fan of her. Thought she was fantastic at Sleepaway Camp. On about the first one, she said this one's her most favourite film, and I was like, I've got to give it a go, and I wasn't disappointed. I would say it's like a Friday the 13th, but I believe this one might have come out in between them or before them. But as I can say, I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't tell you. But Madman, good film. Worth watching, worth having in your collection. Right, next one. It's a fun one. If you guys remember Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, try a film. Carlton, that's it, Carlton. Well, he's in this one. And, you know, Family Guy, who, Chris Griffey, or Oz from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, who played the werewolf, he's also in this film. And this film's called The Ticks, or Ticks. Fun film, very funny, definitely the ending, that's just funny. And one of the special effects in the film, there we go. This is a great look box art one. Really like this film. Watched it back on the horror channel back when I was younger, and it still lives up to today. I tried to show my boy this. He couldn't get into it. He got halfway through. He was like, it's a bit boring. I said, no thanks. Storyline, it gets better. So yeah, maybe when you're bored, watch this, but very fun. I found it hilarious. Maybe wait till you get like about 17 to watch it, because my boy's 15 and he didn't like it, but he did give it a chance really. Good film, Ticks. Now, this one, when you think about witches, what pops in your head? Stuff like Blair Witch Project. It's not Blair Witch Project. I absolutely hate that film. Thought it's absolute rubbish. Blair Witch Project 2. So nothing special. Not really worth watching. I would rather watch a Buffy episode. But this one is called Warlock. Now this one came out in the 80s. I remember watching this when I was like about, I think about 7 or 6. Brilliant film. Second one got even more darker. Brilliant. Third one, just skip it. It's not worth watching the third one. I mean, they did try. They took too long. The plot of the film, there was hardly no plot. But the first one and the second one of Warlock, fantastic films. Definitely worth watching. And that's basically it. What I've got here at this time of moment. These are some of the films that some people know. If you're a big horror collector, you would know all these. You probably even got all these. A casual horror collector, who knows? Maybe I'll point out a hidden gem. Maybe you think they're all crap, but who knows? All I will say is thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great night. And if there's anything that I could do better, please just put it in the comments. This is a long video, I know, and I will say good night, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time.